If you're looking to get approved for an auto loan but you have bad credit, don't worry. I'm going to show you in this video what type of cars you need to be looking at, what process you need to follow to lower that car payment, and what dealerships you need to go to. Let's get right into it. So the first thing you have to understand is that if you have bad credit and you're looking to get approved for an auto loan, there's a few things you have to put in place. Number one, you obviously have to have some income, okay? The lowest income that you're going to need to get approved for a bad credit auto loan is typically going to be about $12 an hour. Now, obviously, a lot more is going to give you a lot more options, but the minimum income is usually going to be $12 an hour. Now, just because the minimum income is $12 an hour, that does not mean that every dealership is going to have the inventory that you are looking for in order to get this type of auto loan, okay? If you're making a little bit more, like $14 an hour, $15 an hour, that's most definitely going to put you in a good spot because you're going to have a lot more options to choose from. Number two, you need to have a payment budget, no matter what that is. And unfortunately, it's going to be up there. So you're going to be somewhere around about $400 a month, $450 a month, $500 a month, somewhere in that range. Now, the newer the car, the lower the miles, or the more expensive the car is, obviously the higher your monthly payment is going to be because you're most definitely going to be in a double digit interest rate. But don't worry about that. If you stay into the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to lower your car payment within about a 12 to 18 month time frame. Now, your interest rates will be in the double digits, but don't worry too much about that because at some point you will qualify for a refinance, which I'll walk you through shortly. Number three, now that you know you have the income and the monthly payment budget, let's talk about how to find the right dealership with the right inventory. By the way, if you want to follow along with me, you can click this QR code right here at the top. You can scan it and you can actually fill out this application. What's so great about this company I'm about to show you is that they only work with dealerships that have the inventory and the finance department for people that have bad credit and they're looking for an auto loan. So if you've had a previous bankruptcy, a previous repossession, like I'm talking like a repossession that's about to happen or something that just recently happened, they can help you. So once you either scan the QR code or click the link down in the description below, it's going to take you to this page. All right. And it just simply says, how much do you need? Now, they only give you auto loans up to 45,000. Okay. That's the most that you can get. And the least that you can get is about $7,000. Now, here's a tip. If you want to qualify for a refinance, it's not just you as a person that has to qualify. The vehicle has to qualify for refinance as well. Now, most refinance companies will not refinance a vehicle that is a certain amount of age old. We'll get to that in a second. Now, most refinance companies are not going to refinance the car if it's too old. So you want to do your best to try to get something that's at least within the last 5 to 6 years. Anything older than that, it's not that you can't get a refinance loan, but you may have to get a personal loan. More on that in a second. So once you find the car that's anywhere between 7,000 to 45,000, again, make sure that year is at least within 5 to 6 years. Then you can go ahead and move forward with the application. Now, it's really simple with them. You start the application online, and then you're going to visit the dealership. Now, when you fill out the application, they're actually going to send your information to local dealerships that are near you that already have the inventory, already have the finance people, and already have the salespeople ready to help you get an auto loan with your bad credit. Step three, you're going to get your car. And then it says step four, be awesome. Number four, let's talk about the down payment. Guys, you already know you have bad credit. So it only makes sense that you have to put some money down, okay? So the amount of money that you're going to need is really going to depend on a couple different factors. It's really going to depend on how strong your credit profile is. But to keep things really simple, I would say prepare for at least $1,500 to $2,000 down. Now, I know what you're thinking, Calvin. You know what? I don't want to put any money down. Here's the thing. You can't say I don't want to put any money down and then go to the dealership with horrible credit, okay? You have to compromise on something. Now, I'm not saying that you have to put money down guaranteed, but the other alternatives would be improving your credit score, which you will have to come back to the dealership, or you can get a cosigner, right? So there are some factors that you could put in place. Or some people just simply have a low credit score simply because they have a maxed out credit card or multiple maxed out credit cards, and you're just simply buying a car in the wrong time. But either way, long story short, be prepared to put some money down. Now that you have the car taken care of, let's talk about how many miles you need to be around and what you need to do to make sure you qualify for the refinance. In short, you really want to keep your mileage based on the average miles per year, which is about 12 to 15,000 miles per year if you can. The only way you're going to go over this is if you drive too far from work or whatever you do for, for driving, or if you end up doing like a side hustle like DoorDash, Uber Eats, or something like that, and adding all these miles to your car. If you do that, you're going to put your car in a difficult equity position, and then you're going to make it more difficult to actually refinance the car, because then you may have to put money out of your pocket to the bank in order to refinance the vehicle. But again, you don't have to worry about this as long as you drive average miles, 12,000 to 15,000 miles per year. Now let's talk about how to refinance. So you have a lot of different options you can start with. One option is a company called Caribou. Now they work with a lot of people that are transitioning from bad credit, still having bad credit, but it's a little bit better and they can try to refinance it. So you need to try to at least get to about 620, 640, 660 or higher. Okay. The higher the score, the better it's going to be. And they're going to ask for some basic information, all this good stuff. But the best thing about this is that you can give them all of your information and it's a soft pull. It will not affect your credit score to apply. Now, if you get denied for this one, don't worry, I got plenty more. Watch this. Next is going to be a company called Upstart. Now, what I love about Upstart is not only do they do auto loan refinancing, but they also do personal loans as well. Why is that important? It's important because if you get denied for the auto loan for whatever reason, your credit's not the best or the car doesn't qualify, usually it's going to be because the car doesn't qualify, it has too many miles, it's too old, or whatever the case is. Don't worry. You can then go to Upstart for a personal loan, and then that personal loan is more than likely going to have better terms and rates than your current auto loan. Because remember, we got that when we had bad, horrible credit, right? Now we take the personal loan, we pay off the auto loan, and now we have a much lower payment. Now, the next option is going to be one of my favorites, and this is Capital One Auto Loan Refinancing. Again, you can see if you pre-qualify, it will not affect your credit score, okay? And they can help you either refinance the car to save money, or they can help you pay off your car faster, or they can help you just lower your interest rate and you can move around the terms if you want to. And then it's also really simple to apply. You can pre-qualify in minutes, then you can confirm your details, and then right after that, if you're approved, you can enjoy your monthly savings. Now, if none of these options work, don't worry. That means one of a few different things. Number one, you need to continue working on your credit score as it may not be high enough. Number two, the car may not qualify. And if you're not able to get a personal loan based on your personal credit, it's still not the end of the world. Keep working on your credit and you can trade the car in once your score gets a little bit better. But again, you still want to make sure that you still try as many options as you can, because many of these options are soft pulls. And then last but not least, you may have to end up putting some money down. For example, let's say, for example, you owe $12,000 on your auto loan. But one of these options that you look for, personal loan, auto loan refinancing, they say, hey, listen, we'll give you $10,000. That means you have to pay $2,000 out of your pocket, okay, to go ahead and then do the refinance. I'm telling you, if the numbers make sense, go ahead and do it. But if the numbers obviously don't make sense, then you have to do one of a few things: improve your credit score or just simply trade the car in. If you like this video, you're most definitely going to love the next one. I'll see you there.